the visuals of the delegation level talks. If you could go back to those visuals. Atul, yes, Atulji, as we stay with these visuals, we spoke about the cultural links, but talking about business side, Prime Minister Modi and the Indian delegation will be looking to Guyana, particularly in the sectors like India's energy security. The fact that the Caribbean country, the small Caribbean country, is emerging as a potential major petroleum and gas power. They are showing a lot of interest in India, and the kind of, prestige and honor they have bestowed upon our Prime Minister. I think, what do you have to say about their interest areas in India? Atulji.
I think, Sakal, oil and gas is a new and exceptionally important dimension which has been added. So it works both ways.
Okay, some more news coming in. We have MOU, exchange of MOUs and press statement, but right now on your screen, live visuals from Guyana.
Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, the Honorable Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, the Honorable Madam Chief Justice Yonette Cummins Edwards, Chancellor of the Judiciary, Acting Speaker of the National Assembly, the Honorable Manzoor Nadir, the Honorable Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, Vice President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Ministers of Government and India, members of the Diplomatic Corps, former President, His Excellency Donna Ramatar, Head of the Discipline Services, special invitees guests, members of the media and other special invited guests. We have arrived at a historic juncture in the almost 6 decades old diplomatic relations and friendship between Guyana and India. And in His Excellency Shri Narendra Modi's landmark state visit to Guyana, the two governments have agreed on several areas of cooperation that will further strengthen bilateral relations and advance the development interest of both sides. It is indeed, therefore, my distinct pleasure to invite Their Excellencies President Ali and Prime Minister Modi, along with their respective ministers, to witness the exchange and participate as well in the exchange of the following concluded memoranda of understanding between the government of Guyana and the government of the Republic of India. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Health, Government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, CDSCO, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of the Republic of India, on cooperation in the field of medical products regulation. I invite the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, and the Minister from India to exchange the Memorandum of Understanding on the area of health. The areas. The MOU provides the basic for both Guyana and India to exchange information and collaborate on good laboratory practices, good clinical practices, and good manufacturing practices, and good pharmacological vigilance practices in health. The second Memorandum of Understanding between the Government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and the Government of the Republic of India on cooperation in hydrocarbon sector, the Honorable Minister of Natural Resources and the Minister of External Affairs of India will exchange the Memorandum of Understanding. The Memorandum of Understanding establishes a framework for Guyana and India to enhance bilateral collaboration in the hydrocarbon sector. It encompasses investment promotion, technology transfer, joint studies, and capacity building across the entire hydrocarbon value chain. This agreement underscores a shared commitment to fostering energy security and advancing mutual development priorities. And Memorandum number 3 between the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and the government of the Republic of India on bilateral cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sector. The Honorable Minister of Agriculture of Guyana, the Minister of External Affairs of India, this Memorandum of Understanding promotes collaboration between Guyana and India in agriculture through joint activities, exchange of expertise, and capacity building. It focuses on agricultural crops, climate resilient practices, value-added products, and advanced technologies, emphasizing a mutual commitment to food security and agricultural innovation. And we move to the Memorandum of Understanding number 4 between the Bank of Guyana, the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and the International Payments Limited, NPCI. The Honorable Minister in the Office of the President with the responsibility for finance and the Minister of External Affairs of India. And this Memorandum of Understanding aims to establish a mutual understanding between Guyana and India regarding a strategic alliance. This collaboration focuses on exploring the deployment of UPI-like real-time payment systems in Guyana along with other related aspects. Guyana and India are interested in establishing a potential strategic and/or business partnership regarding the in-licensing and implementation of unified payment interface UPI technology, as well as facilitating domestic interruptibility for real-time payments in Guyana. And we move to the 5th. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking carefully, yes. And now they exchange the Memorandum of Understanding between Guyana and India. And we move to the 5th Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Health, the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, government of the Republic of India on the Pharmacopoeia cooperation. And I invite the Minister of Health of Guyana and the Minister of External Affairs of India. And this agreement enhances cooperation between the two countries in medicine regulation by recognizing the Indian Pharmacopoeia as a standard for quality assurance. It aims to promote the development of affordable genetic medicines, strengthen public health capabilities, and align regulatory frameworks for a mutual benefit. Thank you, Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, and invited guests. We now move, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored at this time to present to you His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, to deliver his statement.
Thank you very much. Please. Our respected Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, we are very grateful and humbled for your visit here in Guyana. So today, I had the distinct honor of welcoming Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji to State House as part of his state visit to Guyana. Our discussions today were not only fruitful, but also reinforced our shared commitment to strengthening bilateral relations and to collaboratively address regional and global concerns. Prime Minister Modi's visit represents a significant milestone in enhancing cooperation between our two nations and across multiple sectors. During our meetings, we signed several key agreements in critical areas such as hydrocarbons, health, agriculture, technology transfer, and we further discuss collaboration on infrastructure, education, human capital development, and a continued diversification of our economy. Important to our economy also is our collaboration on issues of defense and technology transfer. These are areas that India is already collaborating with us on. But we have decided that given the key nature and importance of these areas for Guyana and the regional development, that we'll further expand our cooperation in these areas. For example, in food security, India's support in advancing our rice industry through technology, innovation, and research. India has also committed to supporting us in our sugar industry, not only from an infrastructure perspective, but also from a human resource and technical perspective. They will support us in expanding our corn, soya, and looking at wheat farming and production here in Guyana, food processing, and important to all of this is research and development. The use of technology and innovation in agriculture, India has distinguished itself among all other global competitors in this area, and we also will be benefiting from this. In healthcare, it's not only pharma products, but looking at Ayurvedic medicine and looking at ways in which we can expand India's excellent global footprint in the healthcare industry here in Guyana. As you know, we are also pursuing having vaccine manufacturing here in Guyana to serve all of the region. India is a giant in this field, and that presents tremendous opportunity for us here in Guyana, and this will be part of the collaboration. Urban development, as our development continue to advance and expand, urban development is important. India again has tremendous expertise in urban planning and development, and they will be lending that expertise to Guyana as we seek to advance our own development here. The innovation, digitization, technology transfer, those are key elements of what we are going to work on. The transfer of technology, the rolling out of our own 2030 digitization plan to improve governance, efficiency, reliability, the advancement in our healthcare system, focusing on telemedicine. Those are also areas that are key to India development, in which they have mastered the art of providing these services, and we will be beneficiary of those services. Importantly to all of this is our long shared heritage by culture, by blood, and people-to-people relationship is also significant in these discussions and will be a significant part as we move forward. Needless to say, our cooperation and collaboration on issues of climate change, international security and peace, these are all key for both countries. The building of our human capital through the ITEC program will continue to be a key area of support from India to Guyana. So I would say that our discussions this morning and the agreements we have signed only lay more work for all of us. And we have committed ourselves to this work by the establishment of a framework, establishment of a working group that will advance all the ideas and all the decisions to ensure that the bottlenecks and systemic hindrances will be removed so that we can accomplish all of which we have discussed and agreed on. So thank you very much, Prime Minister Modi. Once again, it is our greatest honor to have you here. You are a champion among leaders. You have led incredibly You have shown the light to the developing world, and you have created a development matrix and framework that many are adopting in their own country, and much of it is relevant to us here in Guyana. And we thank you for sharing those technical expertise with us. Thank you very much. God bless you and your delegation and the people of India. We want you to take our highest regards and blessings to the people of India from the people of Guyana. Thank you very much.
The Honorable, thank you very much, Mr. President. And now we'll have the Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of India, Shri Narendra Modi, make his statement.
Your Excellency, राष्ट्रपति इरफान अली, दोनों देशों के डेलीगेट्स, मीडिया के साथियों, नमस्कार। कैरिबियन की गार्डन सिटी जॉर्ज टाउन में हमारे भव्य स्वागत के लिए मैं राष्ट्रपति इरफान अली और उनकी पूरी टीम का हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। 56 वर्षों के बाद किसी भारतीय प्रधानमंत्री का गयाना की यात्रा पर आना हमारे संबंधों में एक महत्वपूर्ण माइलस्टोन है। गयाना के साथ मेरा निजी रूप से गहरा नाता रहा है। लगभग 24 वर्ष पहले एक सामान्य नागरिक के रूप में मुझे यहां आने का अवसर मिला था। भारत और गयाना के संबंध कितने ऐतिहासिक और गहरे हैं, उसकी झलक मैंने उस समय देखी थी। आज प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में एक बार फिर यहां आना मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है। फ्रेंड्स, राष्ट्रपति इरफान अली का भारत के साथ एक विशेष और अटूट नाता है। पिछले वर्ष उन्होंने मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस की शोभा बढ़ाई। उनकी यात्रा से हर क्षेत्र में हमारे सहयोग को नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाने की प्रेरणा मिली थी। इसी सकारात्मक भाव से आगे बढ़ते हुए हम अपनी पारस्परिक लाभकारी साझेदारी की रचना कर रहे हैं। आज की बैठक में हमने हमारे सहयोग को मजबूत करने के लिए कई नए इनिशिएटिव्स की पहचान की है। हमारे आपसी व्यापार और आर्थिक सहयोग को बढ़ाने के लिए हम निरंतर प्रयास करते रहेंगे। गयाना के लोगों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप उनकी स्किल डेवलपमेंट और कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में भारत ने महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया है। यह भारत के लिए उच्च प्राथमिकता का विषय है। हम इस सहयोग को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। कृषि के क्षेत्र में हमारी करीबी सहयोग रहा है। पिछले वर्ष भारत द्वारा दिए गए मिलेट सीड से हम गयाना के साथ साथ पूरे क्षेत्र की फूड सिक्योरिटी बढ़ाने में अपना योगदान दे सके। उसी प्रकार राइस मिलिंग, शुगरकेन, कॉर्न, सोया तथा अन्य क्रॉप्स की खेती बढ़ाने में भी हम सहयोग करेंगे। हम दोनों देशों के कृषि अनुसंधान संस्थानों के बीच सहयोग बढ़ाने पर भी सहमत हुए। कृषि के क्षेत्र में आज किए जा रहे एमओयू से हमारे प्रयासों को बल मिलेगा। भारत फार्मा प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए गयाना का महत्वपूर्ण स्रोत है। हम फार्मा एक्सपोर्ट्स बढ़ाने के साथ साथ गयाना में जन औषधि केंद्र बनाने पर भी काम करेंगे। गयाना के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर विकास में भारत एक विश्वसनीय पार्टनर के रूप में योगदान देता रहा है। मुझे खुशी है कि हमारे प्रयासों से ईस्ट बैंक ईस्ट कोस्ट रोड प्रोजेक्ट का पहला चरण संपन्न होने जा रहा है। पिछले वर्ष भारत द्वारा सप्लाई की गई पैसेंजर एंड कार्गो फेरी से गयाना के विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ी है। टेक्नोलॉजी में सहयोग बढ़ाते हुए हम अपने संबंधों को एक फ्यूचरिस्टिक दिशा दे रहे हैं। भारत के डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यानी इंडिया स्टेक से पब्लिक सर्विस डिलीवरी को रिवॉल्यूशनाइज किया जा रहा है। साथ ही यह गुड गवर्नेंस और पारदर्शिता बढ़ाने का भी प्रभावी माध्यम है। टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से जन कल्याण सुनिश्चित करने का हमारा अनुभव हम गयाना के साथ साझा करेंगे। ऊर्जा के क्षेत्र में नई संभावनाओं को देखते हुए हम नेचुरल पार्टनर्स के रूप में आगे बढ़ेंगे। भारत की एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी में गयाना की अहम भूमिका होगी। इस संदर्भ में लॉन्ग टर्म पार्टनरशिप के लिए एक खाका तैयार किया जाएगा। इस विषय पर आज किए जा रहे एमओयू से हमारा सहयोग और सुदृढ़ होगा। मुझे खुशी है कि गयाना भारत द्वारा लिए गए इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस, कोएलिशन फॉर डिजास्टर रेजिलिएंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ग्लोबल बायोफ्यूल अलायंस जैसे इनिशिएटिव से जुड़ा हुआ है। इससे हम पूरे विश्व में ग्रीन और सस्टेनेबल फ्यूचर की ओर बढ़ने के प्रयासों को सशक्त कर सकेंगे। रक्षा के क्षेत्र में करीबी सहयोग हमारे गहरे आपसी विश्वास का प्रतीक है। मुझे खुशी है कि पिछले वर्ष भारत द्वारा 2 डोनियर एयरक्राफ्ट गयाना को सप्लाई किए गए हैं। हम स्कॉलरशिप्स और ट्रेनिंग के माध्यम से गयाना के सैनिकों की कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में अपना योगदान देते रहेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आज की बैठक में हमने कई वैश्विक एवं क्षेत्रीय मुद्दों पर भी चर्चा की। भारत और गयाना सहमत है कि सभी समस्याओं का समाधान डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी से होना चाहिए। हम एक मत है कि ग्लोबल इंस्टीट्यूशंस में सुधार आज के समय की मांग है। क्लाइमेट जस्टिस हम दोनों के लिए प्राथमिकता का विषय है। सभी विषयों पर हम मिलकर प्रयास करते रहेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, 180 वर्ष पहले भारत से यहां आए लोगों ने हमारे संबंधों की आधारशिला रखी है। आज भारतीय समुदाय के लोगों का गयाना के विकास में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण योगदान है। राष्ट्रपति इरफान अली स्वयं भारतीय समुदाय के बहुत बड़े ब्रांड एम्बेसडर हैं। यह मेरे लिए और 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों के लिए अत्यंत गर्व का विषय है। जिस धूमधाम से यहां फगवा का पर्व मनाया जाता है वह भारत और गयाना की संस्कृतियों के अद्भुत संगम को दर्शाता है। इस तरह के अनेक उदाहरण गयाना में कदम कदम पर दिखाई पड़ते हैं। आज हम दोनों देशों के बीच 2027 तक कल्चरल एक्सचेंज एग्रीमेंट पर सहमति बनी है। इससे हमारे पीपल टू पीपल टाइज और मजबूत होंगे। राष्ट्रपति इरफान अली भारतीय समुदाय के लोगों की भलाई के लिए सदैव तत्पर रहे हैं। इसके लिए मैं उनका विशेष रूप से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। एक्सेलेंसी, हमारे आतिथ्य सत्कार और आपकी मित्रता के लिए एक बार फिर मैं सबका तरफ से आपको हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Modi and President Ali. And this brings us to an end of this ceremony. I want to thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us at this simple ceremony, but significant ceremony nevertheless.
All right, live visuals from Georgetown in Guyana. We saw the exchange of at least 5 MOUs between the two sides, and post that the opening remarks made by the top leadership of Guyana and India, the President Ali of Guyana and Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India. I'm going to quickly, before we wrap up this segment, give some high points of Prime Minister's remarks there. Prime Minister spoke about the visit which comes after a long gap of 56 years, described it as a significant milestone. He talked about shared personal connection that he shares with the President Ali. Prime Minister also recalled his visit to Guyana 24 years ago as an ordinary citizen, and he said that I then witnessed cultural linkages, but today in the capacity of Prime Minister, this visit is very, very significant and special. The two nations share a very strong cultural and civilizational connect, and Prime Minister said he feels blessed to come here again as in the capacity of Prime Minister. He talked about the bond that in particular President Ali shares with India, and recalled his visit as a chief guest to Pravasya Divas in 2023 in Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal. Prime Minister also recapitulated the conversation or the areas of agreements and convergences and collaborations that happened today between the two top leaderships. He spoke about the new initiatives that both sides have decided to take, particularly in skill development, capacity building, and how India will continue to assist and accords top priority in these areas, particularly in which the MOUs or Memoranda of Understanding have been signed. Prime Minister talked about the millet seed contribution that India has and how it's going to significantly contribute to the food security of Guyana. And there was a mention of agriculture and pharma exports, infrastructure development, capacity building, and India is going to significantly contribute in that as well. Prime Minister spoke about exploring new possibilities as far as India and Guyana being seen as a natural partners in energy security. Now, after food security, energy security was something that Prime Minister also elaborated upon, where he spoke about the cooperation in defense sector, which underscores the mutual respect and mutual trust that India and Guyana shares. He spoke about that the areas of agreements where Guyana's top leadership, the President Ali, and India's Prime Minister Modi, they've agreed that in the context of war, all solutions should come up through dialogue, emerge through dialogue, and we are on the same page as far as climate justice and reforms, in particularly in the multilateral institutions are concerned. And towards the conclusion, Prime Minister spoke about how they have extended their cultural exchange agreement till 2027 only in order to upscale their people-to-people ties. And well, in his opening remarks, President Ali, towards the end of his intervention, described the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, as a champion among leaders of the world, who is like a light to developing world. And that's how he summed up his opening intervention or opening remarks. Before that, we had the memorandum of understanding in 5 sectors that were inked and shared between the 2 delegations. We're going to get the details of the MOUs in our subsequent show, and I need to wrap up this here, but very quickly, 30 seconds, Ambassador Rajashekhar, what do you make of it? Personal touch, but business, a lot of business
I think
transactions.
this is also champion diplomacy at its best. That, during a short 2-day visit,
But lot has been packed.
you ensure so much outcome packaged very nicely, and also doing this both bilateral and regional and global. And we have projected that what we have seen a few years ago as East Asia miracle, that India is a history in the making, especially you see that coming from countries like Guyana.
All right. On that note, we will wrap it up here, but we take a short breather here. On the other side, my colleague Atulji, 10 seconds to you. I'm sorry, we're really running short of time. Yes.
I can say people-centric approach.
Okay.
This was the focus of the agreements which were signed. I don't want to list them because of paucity of time.
Okay. Thank you, Atul Aneja, and thank you, Ambassador Rajashekhar, for joining us on this special broadcast. A short break, after which my colleague Ramesh Ramachandran is going to join and take this broadcast forward. Stay with us on DT India. Thank you.